Olive, thanks so much for that. Now, anti-government protests in Nairobi and Mombasa have been populated by young men and women who, for the very first time, are taking a stand against what they feel as unjust practices by government. The young generation is now driving the conversation and action for change across the country. And the first target is the Finance Bill 2024 that they have vowed to impress upon Parliament to reject. Our very own Brenda Wanga reports on the changing landscape of political activism in Kenya.
Shad Khalif, as he is known on X, is still reeling from the impact and reach of the movement he started on his X platform. A day after hundreds of young people, also known as the Gen Z group, took over the protest mantle from the older generation, both in nature and style of protests, Shadrach is catching his breath, albeit for a few hours before returning to coordinating Thursday's demonstration, now bigger in scope.
There is Occupy every town in this Nairobi. And guess what? I don't even know who's organizing them. Everybody is just organic, doing their own thing. Nobody is planned. Nobody has any money. We're even crowdsourcing money.
Shadrach says the idea to protest against the bill came about almost accidentally online when he and an acquaintance voiced their concerns about the bill. The hashtag caught on digital fire, drawing in the demographic using the platforms favored by the Gen Zs.
You know, yesterday I tell some kids, you're 15, please don't go to we'll let us agitate for you for now. When we need you, we'll call you. 15-year-olds are in my TikTok DMs asking me if they can join, what they can do. Atawana number M-Pesa. And they want to join.
Agombo, this is a message to you. Usitoke, don't come. Agombo, please stay at home.
Unlike traditional demonstrations that coagulate around one personality, party, or organization, this Gen Z-driven protest had several centers of origin, mobilized under different hashtags including Occupy Parliament and Reject Finance Bill 2014, amongst others. The movement brought together the youth who showed up in droves. In places of stones and twigs, they brandished phones and placards and documented and broadcast their protests on their social media platforms. When police used tear gas to try and disperse them, they fired back literally and figuratively. And when they were arrested, they raised their voices even higher. Ruto must go! Ruto must go! Beverly Kwamboka is now free from police custody after being released from Central Police Nairobi yesterday for taking part in the protests.
Stop making us feel like we wasted our time to go to school. We just graduated. Why is the government stop inaacha kwa ajili mbona? Secondly, the government is not employing us all. We are trying to have businesses. Why is the government making the business environment so hard and so unbearable for us to survive in that sector?
She is a small business owner in Nairobi. She says the thought of the punitive proposed taxation measures drove her and other youthful people, especially women, to brave the police in the protests. Reject! Reject! The youth, alongside lined by those in power, now claiming their space in a society that has exposed them to their civil rights early on in life. They are more aware of the impact of the laws of the land.
Maandamano imekuwa ikifanywa na watu wazee most of the time. But to be honest with you, ukiangalia finance bill, they're going for the digital creation tax. Wamesema wanaingia kwa M-Pesa zetu. I mean, at the long run, sisi ndo this young generation, most of us are in universities right now, tuko karibu kuingia kwa job market. I can confidently tell you, half of my class, half of them, maybe they're not even employed right now.
The youth are doing what is right and what our constitution is asking of us. So you see, the demonstration have been faithful, have been very peaceful. And you can see there's nothing has been destroyed and the youth are still protesting and they are asking for their voices to be heard.
The Kenyan youth appear to be following in the example of other youth-led protests and movements across the globe that have precipitated change, like the Arab Spring Revolution, the Tiananmen Square Revolution in Beijing, China, and the Soweto Uprising in South Africa, amongst others.
The youth
youthful generation is serving notice to the establishment that it will no longer stay silent while decisions concerning their lives are being taken by others in authority, and that they will make sure that their voices are heard. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
All right, Brenda.